We are back with part 2 of all of the best picky eater places to eat around the parks. So if you're worried about where you might eat on your trip, we've got you covered. Here we go. Hey, howdy, hey, it is Molly. I am the Disney picky eater here, and we are on to part 2 of the picky eating spots in the parks. If you haven't seen part 1, click on the playlist and head on over to see all of the picky eater places in Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. In this video, we're breaking down Epcot and Magic Kingdom. We will start in Epcot, and there are a lot of choices here in the World Showcase, so let's dive in. Starting in Mexico, since that is the proper way to enter the World Showcase, don't at me, we will head over to La Cantina de San Angel. They have classic Mexican quick service food like tacos, guacamole, and my personal favorite, the nachos. They have great kids menu too with chicken tenders and mac and cheese in case Mexican food isn't your thing. My favorite thing about this quick service place is you can mobile order and totally customize your food. Personally, I like my nachos without beans, and I can order that way on the app without having to tell them that I don't want beans, which tends to embarrass me when I have to admit to the person behind the counter exactly how picky I am. So, mobile order, the way to go. Moving along in the World Showcase, we are heading to China to the Lotus Blossom Cafe. This cafe is classic Chinese food like orange chicken, chicken fried rice, and vegetable stir fry. The food is okay, but if your picky eater is looking for something familiar to eat, this is a great choice. Plus, the pavilion is beautiful. Between China and Germany is the Refreshment Outpost. It's a small stand, it only has hot dogs and a slushie. But if you're a picky eater and you won't eat anywhere else in the World Showcase, you can always grab a hot dog here. Next up is the American Pavilion and the Regal Eagle Smokehouse. Sam Eagle of the Muppets has opened up the most delicious smokehouse with barbecue from all over the country. They have Memphis dry rub ribs, Kansas City half-smoked chicken, which is my personal favorite, North Carolina pork butt platter, and they even have a burger for those who aren't into the whole barbecue thing. The best part about this quick serve is the smoker, right outside in the front for everyone to see and to smell. Everything is really fresh, and you really can't go wrong with this choice. It's great for picky and non-picky eaters alike. In the Japan Pavilion is the Katsura Grill, which is a great choice for picky and non-picky eaters. Once again, Epcot's great for that. For those non-picky eaters, there is sushi and pork ramen, and for the more picky eaters, there's chicken and beef teriyaki. They have beautiful outdoor seating area, which is usually pretty empty. I'm convinced not very many people know it's back there, so it's a great place to go and sit and relax. Even if you're not eating in Japan, you might just want to go and hang out there for a little bit. This place is good for people who are looking for something that maybe might remind them a little more of what they might get at home, and like I said, it's just beautiful. On to my favorite pavilion, the France Pavilion. It is home to La Halle's Boulangerie Patisserie. That is the only time I will ever do an accent, I promise. The incredible French bakery. They serve a plethora of different French options like sandwiches, quiches, cheese plates, warm baguettes, and croissants. The list goes on. They also have the most incredible dessert selection, including my favorite, the macaron lime raspberry. It is out of this world. I think about it when I go to bed at night. It's so delicious. This is a great place to try different and new French foods without making a huge commitment of eating at the sit-down restaurant in the pavilion. And I promise you, there will be something for your picky and especially your non-picky eaters to try here. It's amazing. Absolutely hit it up. Our final stop in the World Showcase brings us all the way back to Canada, where you should always end in the World Showcase, to the refreshment port. The menu is crazy small, literally just chicken nuggets and traditional poutine, but the poutine is the hero here. It's French fries, it's beef gravy, it's cheese curds, it's always perfect. And if you don't like poutine, then you got chicken nuggets right there. It's a win-win for everybody. Staying in Epcot, but moving away from the World Showcase, we will head over to the newest quick serve spot in Epcot, Connections Eatery. Recently, they just changed their menu, which again is something that can happen in Disney. and so you always want to make sure that you check beforehand. The menu now has some burger choices, some hand-breaded chicken sandwich choices, a few pizzas and salads, and the kids menu has chicken strips, which is always a plus if you're a picky eater like myself. Connections Eatery is another quick serve that offers mobile order, and I can't stress enough how much easier it will make your trip when you don't have to stand in line, because the lines can get long, and wait to order your food. A lot of the time too, a mobile pickup order is a much shorter wait than the walk-up order. Don't ask me why, it just is. Our last stop in Epcot for picky eaters will bring us over to the Land Pavilion to Sunshine Seasons. This quick serve is located on the bottom floor of the Land Pavilion in between Living with the Land and Soarin'. Shout out to Soarin', the best ride ever. And it has a huge menu with choices for picky and non-picky eaters, so it's great for big groups. Everything from oak grilled rotisserie chicken to spicy fish tacos. They have a few salads on the menu and a diverse kids menu, which doesn't often happen at quick serve places. Their lunch menu and dinner menu are different, so keep that in mind and be aware of what time you will be getting there. They also have some great grab and go items, which not a lot of places in the parks offer. These are easy if you're in a rush. You can grab a lot of little snacks here. They have little sandwiches. It's great if you find yourself in the Land Pavilion and you're feeling a little hungry. Let's say goodbye to Epcot. Oh, I know it's sad. But we are heading over to Magic Kingdom, a quick little monorail ride. We can start right here on Main Street, USA. Yeah, look at that castle. It's beautiful. We will start at Casey's Corner. It is a classic hot dog quick serve that has many different hot dog options. Who would have thought you could have so many hot dog options? They offer seasonal hot dog specialties, which who also, again, would have thought. They even have 2 plant-based hot dogs. I would still like to know. Let me know in the comments. If you are a plant-based eater, do you want to eat a hot dog? Is that something that is attractive to you? I would like to know who wants to eat plant-based hot dogs. Maybe it's just a health thing. The big draw for picky eaters here are the corn dog nuggets. Simple, familiar, and apparently delicious. Let's take a turn into Tomorrowland and hit up Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe. This is a personal favorite of mine and my family. Although back in the day, they had a different menu. And like I said, menus are always changing. I know some people hate Cosmic Rays. It's crowded. It's loud. It might not feel like anything special, but I do love this place. It will always have a special place in my heart. It's huge. It does draw a crowd, but you can get a seat by the window with a beautiful side view of the castle, or you could sit down and listen to Sunny Eclipse. Shout out to the Sunny Eclipse fans out there. He sings his space songs, and you can just sit there and enjoy your meal. Kids really like him. I understand. Their menu is burgers, hot dogs, chicken strips, and more. And it's one of the best picky eater places choices in Magic Kingdom. They have multiple options to pick from. You really can't go wrong if you have a picky eater. They also have some seasonal specialties, like right now is the 50th anniversary specialty burger. That's going to be leaving soon, so don't count on it. I think it leaves in March. All in all, I'd call this one of the best picky eater quick serve choices in Disney. Don't attack me. But that's just what I think. Heading into Fantasyland, we will hit up Friar's Nook. It is a simple walk-up window with outdoor seating, a small menu, but they have items like hot dogs, mac and cheese, tots, and cheese sauce. Who doesn't love cheese sauce? Friar's Nook is also usually home to some kind of specialty menu item, whether it's during the 50th anniversary celebration or it's a seasonal specialty. They usually have something fun and different for the menu, and that could be fun for picky and non-picky eaters alike. Moving further into Fantasyland, we will head to Pinocchio Village House. Now, full disclosure, I hate this place. It is the only place I've ever eaten in Disney World that has given me a stomachache. Go figure. It was also the perfect storm of bad events leading up to a not so happy group heading to this place just out of pure convenience and out of hanger. And it was not a good day for my family and I. All of that being said, I am not the end all of opinions, and I know a lot of people really enjoy Pinocchio House. They serve flatbreads and sandwiches. It is kind of like an Italian quick serve, Pinocchio, Italy, which makes sense. They also have garlic knots and breadsticks, which could be an easy snack if you're not all that hungry. But the real draw to the Pinocchio Village House is that it is above It's a Small World ride. And if you can get a seat by the window, you can watch the little boats go by and you can wave. And sometimes they have signs that you can hold up, or they used to. Maybe they don't anymore. I haven't checked. But you can watch them float by and say, hey, and they go, oh, hey. And it's just like a fun little moment that you had with a stranger. So yeah, Pinocchio Village House. Liberty Square is home to Columbia Harbor House. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't that a seafood quick serve? Yes, it is. The reason that it's on the list is two reasons. One, some picky eaters enjoy fried fish. I don't personally, but good on ya. There is a lot of that on the menu, and they have chicken strips. So this is another great place for non-picky eaters and picky eaters that are all in the same group, but they don't want to split up to go to multiple places. So when all else fails, you go for the chicken tenders. Our final stop in Magic Kingdom will bring us to Frontierland, my favorite land, to Pecos Bill's Tall Tale Inn and Cafe, or as most people call it, Pecos Bill's. At first glance, this doesn't seem like a good picky eater choice. As a matter of fact, the first time I was with a group that wanted to go there, I pretended like I wasn't hungry and got some popcorn at the popcorn cart right outside, and then went back to the hotel and ate because I was nervous that, like, what am I going to eat here? Then the next time I was in Disney, I was like, I'm going to try new places, and decided to head to Pecos Bill's with my mom and sister, who will honestly eat basically literally anything. What I found was that there are picky eater choices on this menu. You just have to look closely. Tacos, chicken and rice bowls. They even have a few cheeseburgers. The star for me here, though, was the beef nachos. You can use the mobile order, which is not only great when it's crowded, as I'm going to keep repeating, but you can totally customize your order here and make it as picky as you want. And again, if nothing else, there is always the kids menu, and you can always mobile order off of that. That concludes part 2 of the Picky Eater Adventure. Join me for part 3 when we hit up Disney Springs to check out all of the Picky Eater places there, and make sure that you're subscribed and have the notifications turned on so that you can be alerted whenever there's a new video out. If you're looking for all the 411 in Disney, I've got you covered. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.